Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food, it's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Today is Monday and it's beginning of new week. Soon is going to be beginning of new months. And well, I wish you to wake up today and feel like you are a leader in your life and in everything you do and act accordingly. But today in particular, it's Monday, it's our motivation episode, it's our, crush it episode, and what to do, how to design your lifestyle to have this energy, to have this attitude of leadership in your life, and to actually feel like getting after it and crushing it every single day. Today's about that. And the answer, one of the answers, there is no one answer because our human body, our life is not that simple. But there are some things that when you do them consistently, they give you so much mental and physical energy that there is not even an issue about willpower or motivation to get after it or having some self-doubts. There are things in your lifestyle that you can control, you can take control of, that will drastically improve the quality of your mornings, the quality of your days, and the quality of your decisions, and ultimately the quality of your life. And they also can change who you are, who you feel you are, who you consider yourself to be. Because guys, when you change your health, when you change your energy levels, when you change your biochemistry, a lot of things deep down to your thoughts will change automatically, and you might not even recognize yourself. That's how deep it and how profound it can be. So first thing, guys, to make sure that you wake up with a lot of energy, with the most energy that you can possibly have. First thing to do, and also to have this enthusiasm and no self-doubts and that boldness that you can do amazing things. So the first thing to do is to sleep well the night before. It's that simple, guys. When did you last time, some of you might have a good practice around your sleep already, so it might not be your issue. But for a lot of you, I know I've been there, quite recently, and for quite a lot of time, for probably like a decade, I've been forcing myself to not sleep enough, and I was trying to hack my sleep through all kinds of, meditation, nootropics, or biohacking, or so many things, or just not allowing myself to sleep. And after some time, you don't even notice that you lack sleep. You just wake up and sleep certain hours because it's your habit, and your body gets used to things, even if those things don't really work for you. So I used to sleep somewhere around, 5, 6 hours, and it felt okay. And I actually was doing pretty good until I tried sleeping for 7.5, 8 hours, sometimes more, depending on how much stress in life I have, how many things I do during my day, how much training I have. So when I started to sleep 7.5 hours, more 8 hours, sometimes 9 hours, when I started to allow myself to actually get that amount of sleep, it also took some time to get used to that without waking up. I feel right now that I have a completely different personality. And when I wake up in the morning, actually it starts at night. At night, usually my energy is the lowest. Right before going to bed, it's the lowest. And that's actually natural. That's how it's supposed to be. You spend energy throughout your day, you do things, you give it all. And then by night, you should be pretty low on energy. It's like a battery you get, and sleep is your recharge station. And I would, every night I would be low on energy, but then I know that if I get my 8 hours of sleep the next morning, I'm gonna wake up just as energetic, just as full of enthusiasm for life, with the crush it attitude as I woke up the day before. Of course, unless, I don't know, maybe I'm getting sick or something like that, but that doesn't happen really often. So now I know that, it's natural to be low on energy at night, and we don't need any caffeine. You just need to go the fuck to bed and sleep for 8 hours. And then wake up, and you're gonna feel like you're amazing and you can change the world. And that can be that simple. Just trust me. But of course, also there are some rules. It's not just about the quantity of sleep or being in bed for 8 hours. No, it's actually about good quality sleep. Sleep, like this night was amazing. I went to bed. I don't remember how I fell asleep because it was super fast. And I woke up exactly 8 hours after, like no interruption, nothing. I also drank a lot of apple cider vinegar before bed. Maybe that has something to do with it, but the quality of sleep was amazing. I woke up 8 hours later and I'm like on fire. I'm like, oh my God, I don't need any coffee whatsoever. So that what good night of sleep, 8 hours sleep, sometimes more, can do for you. And then you will not need any motivation to wake up. You're just up and you're ready to go. There is no need to stay in bed, and you'll have much less self-doubts, or you're also gonna be much less self-conscious. You're just gonna be out of your head and in life, where you actually can make things happen. And when you do things, where you interact with the world and with life and make things happen. So good night of sleep that will allow you to do that. But there are a few rules, guys. First, screen time. An hour before bed, just turn it all off, put it away, do some other kind of work. Maybe do some planning for the week. Maybe do some reading on actual book, or maybe magazine or something. Spend time with your family, with your friends. Go for a walk. That is super amazing also for your sleep, unless you're walking somewhere under bright lights, under blue lights. Don't go, shopping in a supermarket before bed, because the light going to disrupt your sleep too. So an hour before bed, it should be, kind of getting dark in your environment, and you should slow down, because we humans cannot go from being super active 100% to sleepy and ready to turn off our lights. No, we do not do that. We need that transition time. And so an hour before bed, it's a good time to get through that transition. Maybe do some stretching, some foam rolling that you never seem to have time for. Maybe do some, some hobby, maybe play an instrument, anything. An hour before bed. Then when you sleep in your room, it should be dark, cool, and quiet. And that is essential for good quality of your sleep. And it's not enough to think, it's okay, I don't really wake up, or I'm not bothered by any excess noise or light or anything. But you might not consciously be aware of you actually waking up during the night or going to lighter stages of sleep because of some noise that you might hear or because of some light, maybe street lights shining through your windows. You might not be aware actually consciously of those things, but they still might happen. So you need to do your best to provide yourself with the best environment for your sleep. So it's either blackout curtains. And guys, when I say dark in your room, it means when you open your eyes, when the lights are off, you shouldn't be able to see your hand when you put it in front of your eyes. That's how dark it should be. And if it's not that dark and it's not possible to make it that dark, then get a good quality eye mask and cover your eyes. Good quality, not, airplane thing, but actually the one that covers your eyes but does not add pressure onto your eyeballs themselves. So get a good quality eye mask that doesn't allow any light in, and that will help you to make it dark. And then if there is some noise, some potential noise, if there is a busy street outside of your windows and your windows are not, soundproof, your room is not soundproof, then also invest in good quality earplugs. I use earplugs all the time. That's why I sleep like a log. So get good quality eye mask, get good quality earplugs, and cool. It should be somewhere around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, somewhere around 68 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. So it should be cool. You shouldn't be hot. If it's not cool and it's not possible for you to make it cool, then maybe think about investing in one of those chili pads or, any kind of technology that cools down your bed and cools down your body, because naturally your core temperature should be lower when you go to bed, when you sleep. And if you're hot, it actually prevents your body from getting good quality sleep. And the quality of your sleep, studies show, will improve dramatically if you just cool yourself down and help your body to maintain that cooler temperature. Also, taking showers, taking bath helps your body to actually transition from warm to cold and to cool down your core temperature faster and easier. But again, make sure that your room is also cool and that supports your cooler temperature of your body throughout the night. So dark, cool, and quiet. Those are three things. Then an hour before bed, start getting ready for bed, or at least do something that doesn't make you too excited. There is no blue light, no any kind of bright light. You should dim all the lights an hour before bed. No technology. Do not fall asleep with a phone or your computer somewhere near around you. Watching TV also not the best practice, even though it does seem to be better than phones or computers. And then just schedule solid chunk of time, 8 hours, 8 hours, go for 8 hours on your schedule when you're actually sleeping, not watching anything, not reading anything, when you're actually sleeping. So 8 hours. And guys, do it consistently, and even one night like that, you'll be blown away how much better you feel physically and mentally, how much more energy you have, how much it is easier for you to make better choices about your nutrition or about your fitness, and how much more willpower and energy you actually have to stick with your best resolutions. It's amazing. People always ask me, like, how do you stick with such a healthy diet and you are so good at avoiding all the food temptations? How do you find energy to exercise regularly every day? And it's just, guys, it's your energy management. When you sleep well, when you recover well, you have it automatically. That's how powerful it is. That's what it means to tune into your biology and design your environment, your lifestyle, to make it better for you, to make it work for you. So sleep is one of those fundamental things, and it comes before exercise and it comes before diet. Because if you do not sleep well enough, you're not going to make good decisions. Like, your decisions, the quality of them will suffer. and you will just not be your best. And if you're not your best, then you're not living your best life, no matter what kind of nootropics or how much caffeine you're gonna ingest into your system. Some things just cannot be fixed. Maybe someday they will be, but not right now. There is no such thing that can fix the lack of good quality sleep. So instead of trying to hack something that is not hackable really at the moment, go the fuck to sleep and sleep for 8 hours and follow the rules that we just talked about. Another thing we will talk briefly about today. If you need new ideas, if you're stuck in some way in your life, maybe business, maybe your relationships, maybe, I don't know, anything, you just feel like you need some changes, right? So what to do? I've been talking to a friend of mine who's also an entrepreneur, and we were talking at a coffee shop about different things, about business and relationship and where we are in our lives, right? And he was kind of exhausted because that he just opened a new gym and he was looking forward to some vacation. But he was also saying that, I feel like I'm not in my life in a place. I feel like I need some changes. Like I do not feel like I'm achieving enough, or I feel like I'm stuck and I don't really know where to move right now with my business and in my life. I'm kind of like at the same level and I want to grow. That's actually a natural desire. When you have more or less your life together, you want to grow, you want to improve. Being stuck at one place, no matter how good or bad that place is, it's just against human nature. So we always want to grow. We always want to improve ourselves and to change. And he asked me, like, do you maybe have some advice? You seem, to be very, very creative and always like up to things and developing and growing, and you don't have troubles with like coming up with ideas where to go next. And I'm like, do you know what I'm really good at? I'm really good at having hobbies, hobbies that are not related to anything in my life, but that are exciting, that I love doing, that give me new inputs that are not connected to anything I do in life. I always have hobbies that bring some new thinking, some new activities that teach me something about myself or about my life in a way that other things just don't. And it allows me to get out of my head or from one space of work or whatever it is I'm up to into a different space. And, changing perspectives really help you to come up with different ideas and look at your life and what you do through different pair of glasses or, from different angle. And for example, right now, my hobby that I absolutely love is flying. I do wind tunnel flying. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Wind tunnel flying, pretty popular thing. They even have world competitions in that and considering that for Olympics. So I absolutely love that thing. Like I started it just a couple of months ago, and I think that's going to stick for a while. I love that hobby because, again, it's not related to anything in my life. It's completely different. It makes my brain work in a completely different way because, what's different? What can be more different than flying? Like, it's like learning how to walk because you actually free fly. And it allows me to learn a lot of things about myself and about my life in a new way. And it gives me insights into my business and into my personality in a way that no other things do. And that allows me to have, more creativity, to think differently about things in my life and to move forward and to see the ways how I want to move forward. So my advice for you guys, if you're feeling like you're stuck, you need new ideas, you need, some change in your life, get a hobby. And don't really think too much about what it is the right kind of hobby for you. Just try things. You probably already know that or aware of things that you would like to try, that you would like to add into your life, something that is creative. And again, probably the perfect scenario is it's not really related to anything in your life. It's just completely different environment that, again, is not connected maybe to people, in your life, to circumstances, to your work. It should be like something that doesn't feel like it's work or like you gotta do it because you need to accomplish some goals. No, it's gotta be a thing in itself. And ideally, again, for me, it should give you some sort of feeling of accomplishments, and it should make your body, your brain work in a different way. And, maybe if you don't consider yourself an artistic person, take an art class. If you never danced before, but you want it on some level, then go and do dancing, or maybe do some sculpture, or maybe try horse riding. It depends where you are in life, where you are in the world. Just again, if you're feeling stuck, you need new ideas, change what you do, and change it in a way that doesn't have any pressure, that is the least related to what you already do, and just really engage in that hobby. Really be there, be present without thinking about anything else. Just do that thing and see what happens in other areas of your life. It's amazing how that works when you expose your brain and your body to new stimuli. That's where the most creative you're going to go. You're not going to think yourself into this new creative place or into new ideas. No, the best way to get new ideas and to get creative and to change things in your life is actually start doing different things. And the easiest way I know of to do that is to start a new hobby that is not related to anything you do already. And ideally also is the thing that you've never tried before. But also, of course, you gotta want to do it on some level. It may be, you might be scared to try it. Like flying is not exactly the thing that is fear-free at first. First few times, I was just afraid to go in there, but I still did because I loved it, but I also was scared of it. And now I'm not that much scared, even though I can't say that flying will ever be fear-free. But still, now it's more excitement. It's more about learning, and I'm flying on my back now that I suck at still. But, it also teaches me how to suck at it, but persevere and continue and get better. So get a hobby to get new ideas, to get unstuck in your life, do things differently. Don't try to think yourself into a new way of doing. Do yourself into a new way of thinking. So, to recap the important takeaways from this Monday motivation lesson: sleep in order to increase your energy, in order to feel like crushing it naturally and be your best self. So sleep. Don't forget to make your environment dark, cool, and quiet. An hour before bed, start getting ready for bed, or avoid screens and all the electronics and technology as much as possible, and dim all the light. Schedule 8 hours of sleep, and also it's okay if you don't feel like sleeping all 8 hours, especially if you were sleep depriving yourself for a long period of time. It actually might be hard for you to stay in bed, but still do. And after a while, maybe after a week or so, your body will get used to the idea of sleeping for 8 hours. Try to feel as relaxed as possible, and you're going to get there, one step at a time. With our body, a lot of things don't happen overnight. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So it's okay. And also take magnesium, helps with sleep. New ideas need to get unstuck, and need to find new solutions in your life. Then go and get some hobby that is not related to your work, to anything you do, new social circles, new people, new things you do, and find something fun, find something you love, find something that teaches you something about yourself, about your life, or maybe not, But a great hobby is also a hobby where you can make progress, and that feels like achievement. That also, adds to your self-confidence, self-esteem. So a cool thing to find a hobby like that. But almost in any hobby, you get better. So it happens automatically if you work on it and really embrace those tough moments when you suck at it, but you do it in a way and you purposefully practice to improve. And then when you get better. And as a side note, this week is going to be all about The Dental Diet. The Dental Diet, it's a book by Dr. Stephen Lee, and you can find new fresh blog on Create Yourself That Today. I'm going to post the links in the show notes. So I've already outlined the ideas in the book, and so check it out, because all the content this week is going to be based on that book. Also, I will try to get Dr. Stephen Lee on the podcast this week. So the idea is, well, this is like the best diet for human being. It's something similar to cow's perfect pasture with vibrant green grass field. Anyway, I consider it to be the best diet, and it's not like paleo. You don't have to count calories or carbs or whatever, but it does have certain principles that are really based in science and our human history of nutrition and eating for the best health and vitality. To cut the long story short, this whole week is going to be about content based on that book. I'm going to teach you, and also stay tuned on Instagram for videos. I'm going to teach you how to eat on the dental diet and on this, what I consider the best diet for human being, from what we know. Of course, our science is going to develop and we're going to learn more, but this is like the best thing right now. So I'm going to teach you how to eat and shop and how to get all the vitamins and minerals that are needed from foods the easiest, simplest way possible. We're going to get Dr. Stephen Lee hopefully on the podcast. Also, I'm going to share with you the exercises from the book. There are some breathing and tongue exercises, obviously for dental health, but also your whole body health. One of the concepts in the book is when you eat for the most dental health, you eat for the most health of your body. And I actually agree with that to a certain degree. But anyway, so stay tuned for the concepts from this book for how to eat on this, again, what I consider the best diet, the best nutrition concept there is at this moment. And it's all about minerals and certain vitamins that our body really needs to thrive. And you need to get those vitamins and minerals consistently from your nutrition, not from some supplements. Well, anyway, stay tuned for that. Sleep well, get a hobby, and as usual, thank you guys for tuning in. First of all, I wish you to crush this week. This is going to be an amazing week. I believe in you, so believe in yourself and get after it. But first, get a good night of sleep, get a hobby, and as usual, till next time, eat better daily.